Hey guys, welcome back to my channel with another episode. In this episode, I just want to talk about the experiences of my graduation. Many juniors of mine and many colleagues and friends of mine have just wanted me to share my experience about my graduation, how I learned technologies, how I started doing projects. So I just want to share that experience. And when I was in second year of my graduation, we just went to a workshop which is on robotics, and the whole class we bunked it and then we went to the workshop, skipping all the class. And when we came back from the workshop after a couple of days, there's this professor who was yelling at us like for skipping the classes, and he was telling you guys just skip the classes, and for this the sake of skipping the classes, you just attend the workshops, you don't learn anything. And then he asked us, have anyone of you learned anything from the workshop? Everyone said yes. And then he asked, okay, how many of you can do a project on the robotics workshop that you learned? Right? And few of us stood up in the class. I know, very few guys. And he started telling like, I'm gonna make you guys do a project for real. And he helped us doing a project like an obstacle overriding robot with a camera fixed on top of it. And his name is Mr. C.H. Raja Ramesh. Uh, so this professor, he is a very nice person, very kind enough that he spent almost 13,000 for us to buy the things we need to build the sensors, motors, drives, and IC circuits and stuff like that. That's when I did my first project, to be honest. And until then, I never did a project, and I should be very grateful to him to this point. And that's when I started doing projects, and it was an interesting experience, which is why it's our first project, obviously, and he pushed us to do things. He supported us. I mean, at times he held us as well, but I think it's obvious at the time because we were beginners and we don't know that much, and he pushed us to do things. That's where I started doing the projects on different aspects. That's my first project, the robotics. And after that point, I started learning things like web development, and I went to an internship in second semester of my second year, and during that internship I learned about chatbots, web development, things like that. So once I came back, I started building chatbots for my own, integrating them to Telegram and stuff like that. And then I started building few blocks using Angular and stuff like that. But the problem is that my blocks used to look so dumb. I was just a beginner in front end development, and I'm not just that good with front end development. I hate it actually. So I didn't do well, but then I was able to build and showcase few things that I worked on. So I had friends who have similar interests in these areas. So we kind of used to exchange information on tech stack that we are learning. I have friends like Sujin, Harsha, Chaitanya, to name a few. We have these people who learn different tech stacks and exchange information. That's where my journey started in my second year, and it kept on going. I started learning more and more tech. I moved into cloud in my third year, where I started deploying my websites and all in the IBM cloud, which I learned during the internship for sure. And after that point, we started moving from IBM cloud to AWS cloud, and then we started using GCP at some point. And even I started showing interest towards ML, and I learned teeny weeny bit of ML here and there. And that's how I worked on different aspects. That's where the whole thing started. So if you want to start learning something, my suggestion, my 2 cents, is that start doing a project. Doing a project will help you a lot. And ask help from someone, your seniors, your professors, your friends. It doesn't matter, man. At this point, doing an obstacle overriding robot will look like a very small thing to me, but if you look at from my career transition perspective, that's what the first project that laid the path for all these things. That's definitely one of the best things that ever happened to me. So don't think your project is small or dumb. Just start with the project, do some practical experience. That will help you a lot in growing different aspects of your career and in your graduation, even in the perspectives of learning things. So start a project, start implementing, take action. All right, guys. So this is my 2 cents about how I started, working on things. And I'll get back to you guys with another video soon enough. Until then, stay safe, stay happy.